everyone, welcome back. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Ariel and I've been teaching yoga for a long time and really just still love teaching about anatomy and alignment. So you've come to this video today because you want to learn about Plank and Chaturanga, and these poses tend to be hard in the practice for some people, and people complain about their wrists hurting when they do it. So I want to really break these down for you so that you can do them properly and feel empowered in your practice. There are just three main principles to both of these poses. The first principle is that you need to use your core. You need to really fill out what we call the kidney loop. So this spot right here, it can't arch in these poses. We actually need to pull the belly in and the tailbone away so that we fill out the kidney loop. So find that Uddiyana Bandha, scoop the belly back and up. And you can do this by just shutting your eyes for a moment and imagine cold water touching your belly and just feel your reaction to it. Right, that little, that's Uddiyana Bandha. The second principle is keeping the shoulder blades down the back. We want to have the shoulder blades anchored so that the shoulder is stable. So really think of the shoulder blades down the back. And the last principle is to have the shoulders over the wrists. So our joints stacked. So I'll review them. Straight spine, using the core, shoulder blades down the back, and joints aligned. That's it. So let's try something. Bring your thumbs into the crease of your elbows, and I know this is a little strange, but this is called banker's pose. Pull the belly in and pull the tailbone down, and draw the shoulder blades down the back. Feel all that. And now just release your hands. This is your chaturanga. Elbows remain into the ribs. That's how we keep the shoulder blades down the back. And from here, just straighten your arms. Shoulder blades down the back, belly in, plank pose. Plank, draw the elbows in, shoulder blades down the back. Chaturanga, extend, plank. There, you've done those two poses. My job is done. Just joking. So from here, let's talk about plank. You can start plank by coming to all fours and just finding that all fours position, shoulders over the wrists, and draw your shoulder blades down the back. Find an even spine, so flat back, and that could be your plank for a while. You can even tuck the toes under, hover the knees, and play around with really finding your core. If you're ready for the next step, you can now come to all fours and just walk the knees back a little bit and shift the shoulders over the wrists and draw the shoulder blades down the back, pull the belly in. Lastly, the last variation of plank is with the legs straight. So to come to straight legs, find your all fours again, pull the shoulder blades down the back, and extend the legs. Now you really want your legs active here, so you can even do this with a block between the legs, which is going to make you really work hard in the legs. Shoulders over the wrists, press through the heels, pull the core in, draw the shoulder blades down the back, find that flat back. Extend, extend, extend. We don't want to do this in plank. This is what I see a lot. And as you can see, that hurts my shoulders. I want you to feel good in this practice. Strong and in control and safe. So So those are the principles of plank, and those are the 3 different ways you can do it. Coming into chaturanga, the transition into chaturanga, we keep the same plank shape. We're just coming down. And I want you to only come down as far as your elbows can stay into the ribs. So the minute those elbows start to flare, you want to just back out of the pose and stop where you are. A good way to practice this is with a block. I love teaching this pose with a block, and it really shows people how much strength the pose takes. So you can use the block, and I'll show it to you on your knees and then with straight legs. So again, you can start in your all fours position, walking the knees back, and shift the shoulders over the wrists. Pull that core in, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Gaze is out in front of you. We're not sticking the chin out, nor are we rounding. And just bring it down so that your forehead is hovering above the block. And then come back up. Now, if that felt okay, bring the block now on its middle setting, making a triangle with your hands. Shift the shoulders over the wrists and pull the core in, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Come on down so you're hovering above the block, elbows into the ribs, and come back up. If that felt okay, try it now on its lowest setting and find your triangle. Shift, shoulder blades down the back, gaze forward, and come back up. And of course, you can take the block away, and then you're hovering just above the earth. Now, one thing I want to say about chaturanga, especially when the legs are straight, is you really want to have the sensation of lifting out of the wrists in your plank. And the way we do this is really using the core. So if you imagine a basketball falling into the earth, there's this moment where it touches the ground and it really makes that contact, and then it rebounds out of the earth. It really bounces and lifts. And that lift is really powerful. It goes even higher to the sky. This is how we're feeling when we go from plank to chaturanga. We're feeling down, and we actually lift up first before we come down. So we're lifting out of the wrists. So you're not putting all that pressure on your wrists. That doesn't feel good. Okay, so full plank. Bring your block to make your triangle with your hands. Extend the legs, shoulders over the wrists. Press down through the hands, shoulder blades come down the back, and really lift for a moment out of the wrists. So you can even try a little lift from the hips to accentuate it, and then come back to your plank. Lift, come back to your plank. Now find that energetic lift and come down. Come back up and down. And then you would try it on the next setting. Lift energetically, feel the core working. Come down. Lift back up and down. And you would keep going. I'll show you chaturanga, full chaturanga without the block. And notice that I only go as far as I can keep those elbows into my ribs. Shoulder blades down the back, ribs in. Come on down. And come back up. I hope that's clear. I'm just going to show you one thing. The transition from plank to chaturanga to upward facing dog. People often dip down to come up. Keep your chaturanga in one straight line when you come into your upward facing dog. So don't break that chaturanga, right? Because it's actually protecting your shoulders and your spine. So when you come to, As we often do, we come from downward facing dog to our plank, shoulders over the wrists, down to our chaturanga, and to our upward facing dog. Okay, so don't break that line. If you are interested in reviewing upward facing dog and cobra, I've made a video for that too. And I'll link it at the end of this video for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. By all means, please write in the comments below any other videos you would like breaking down any poses. I really pay attention and I want to give you the information you need. Also, share your tips and tricks for Plank and Chaturanga, as other people watching the video may really benefit from what you have to say. I will see you next time in our next Asana Lab. Blessings to you all. Namaste. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to click the subscribe button to stay informed of new content. Write in the comments below what pose you would like me to cover in the next Asana Lab.